My name is Alan Talbot and I'm the Project Systems Manager for Twinings in Andover. Twinings is the oldest tea manufacturer in the UK. Started 300 years ago, where we first bought our shop on the Strand, on 216 The Strand in London, which we still have today. Over the years, we've streamlined our business and tried to refine our processes to get the optimum out of our manufacturing process. During that timescale, the warehouse and the mobile platform that they used had been neglected, and so we were facing a lot of issues with stock accuracy, with the time it took for people to do those transactions, and just the basic main operation was just more of a hindrance to the workforce than it was to make it easier for them to do their job. So that led us to update the hardware, and while we were updating the hardware, the actual system that the hardware used was the root cause of the problem. The legacy system we used to have was so old and awkward to use. You had lots of fields that weren't used, that cluttered the screen, lots of extra scrolling, lots of extra clicking, and it would only perform one task. Operators would not even use it, and they would write down the information that they've worked on throughout the day and then sit at a computer for 30 minutes and enter it all in. And this led to really big stock inaccuracy, with people forgetting what they'd done, going home with a list of transactions in their pocket, or writing down the wrong number and moving the wrong pallet, or just forgetting to move something on stock, so it had been lost and then found 3 months later. Each of the applications we brought in was designed to limit the amount of time the operator had to interact with that transaction to get his work done. So for example, our inbound processing, once an operator scans in the pallets, he's packing them as he's unloading them now, instead of having to stand at a computer and do that afterwards. And that also ties in, once he's receipted it, takes him straight to his inspection lot so he can perform his inspections on that. When it comes to moving stock around, instead of moving one pallet at a time, as you can see behind me, we've got some double pallet spaces. That would be 2 separate scans at a time and type in the location in twice. And they can scan up to 4 pallets at a time and move them all into location in one go. Little things like that, which just makes their job a little bit easier and just makes them a bit happier in their day-to-day running of things. The fields that they've got to look at are refined for just what they need to see. So the user experience is tailored for them. The impact initially of implementing this solution was to save a lot of time and a lot of ease for the operators, but also massively improved our stock accuracy and the time it takes to perform each task. For example, doing a stock take, which would normally take us around about 2 days over the 2 buildings we have, got reduced to the whole stock take being done within 5 hours. Based on our setup of SAP, our warehouse is WM set up in SAP, so those applications were tailored for that. Not only did we decide to update the warehouse processes at that point, we then looked at the rest of the manufacturing process, moved into the production hall with quality checking and also with engineers and doing plant maintenance. Within 6 months, we got the majority of the warehouse running on that first instance of the solution, of which it was met with great success for them. So, first project I've had where they didn't argue back. The config team support was really good. There was a few bugs with a couple of the applications when we first started, but they were fixed really quickly. And because of the architecture of the solution, they could be fixed and put back into the system really quickly. Since we went live with the solution, the operators and various other people within the business that have used it have highlighted further improvements that we can make to greatly improve the efficiency even more. So we're currently working on those to implement and get more of a benefit.